Welcome back to A Couple of Beers.
We spent a lovely day at Springfest in downtown Miamisburg.
We did rides and all the wonderful kind of things that you think about as fest season kicks off.
Right.
But one of the real treats for us was what?
Oh, yeah, we came across Loose Ends Brewery serving beer. Oh, it's delicious. We had 2 of them while we were down there.
Yeah.
Great.
It was, and we were so excited about the beers we tried from Loose Ends that we reached out to John Loose, and I got a chance to sit down with him. So we've got some of our interview coming up, and then John gave us a parting gift.
Yes, he gave us 4 beers so that we can review them for you.
So we've got our interview with John and our review of 4 beers from Loose Ends. It's all coming right up, so stick with us.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, certified beer server.
And I'm Paul, certified Cicerone. And together, we're a couple of beers.
Well, a couple weekends ago, we had an opportunity to visit Springfest in the Burg.
Yeah, Miamisburg, Ohio.
Yep, at Riverfront Park, a beautiful venue.
Oh, gorgeous.
There were
so many people.
Yeah, wonderful concerts, great attendance. The food trucks were amazing.
It was windy, but nice.
Yeah, it was a lovely day. It was overcast, not too hot. It was perfect. I'm salivating around the food trucks.
Yes, right. Look at that funnel cake truck. I didn't get one, but...
I know, I'm sorry, I didn't get your funnel cake. But if you're ever at a festival and you want to find Jennifer, what you want to do is look for handmade jewelry. And, oh, look.
There I am.
Yeah. Oh, it was a great time. They used to have a spring fling in Miamisburg. This is bigger and better.
Oh, it has. And I remember going to that.
Some great street artists. Make sure you check them out on Instagram.
Amazing.
But one of the attendees said it was the Kings Island of Miamisburg.
Look at that.
I know, right? The good old scrambler, too.
Getting sick just watching.
Right. It was great. I couldn't believe the setup. And they had, wonderful rides for the kiddies. But there was plenty for adults to do, too.
Miamisburg has a generous Dora area.
Yeah, Dora is designated outdoor recreation area, and we took advantage when we found Loose Ends Brewing selling beer at the Springfest.
Oh, yes. Look at that beautiful beer. Look at the color.
The thing is, we were surprised. You don't expect the beers you have at a fest to be some of the best beers you've had in a long time, and that's exactly what we ended up with.
Oh, it's delicious. I had a beer that was called Meitner. It was a peach blonde.
Yeah, and I was drinking Hall Effect, which was Belgian Pale.
They were delicious.
They were very good. In fact, it sent up little flags to us, so we reached out to John Loose at Loose Ends.
Paul had an opportunity to visit the brewery last Friday and sit down with John Loose, head brewer and owner of Loose Ends.
Loose Ends is located at 890 South Main Street in Centerville, Ohio. It's a beautiful venue. And when I arrived, I found the cleanest brewery I have ever been in. Designed completely by John. He's done a beautiful job. And what do you think he was doing when I arrived? He had just finished mash out and was cleaning his own mash tun. Now, folks, this is a really great sign for good beer. We're not going to waste any more time. Let's let John tell you all about Loose Ends Brewing Company.
So I was a home brewer. I was a busybody in college. And then when I graduated, all I had to do was work. So that didn't seem like a fun thing. So I started picking up all these hobbies. And it was like guitar, piano, and like barbecuing and home brewing. And home brewing is like the one that stuck. Yeah. And my buddy and I, or my old roommate in college, he and I, on a Ohio State game day, like it was like a 3:00 game. We're like, we could squeeze in a brew day real quick in the morning, and we brewed, and that was my first beer was with him, and just the first smell of and we did all grain. We didn't start with extract, and the first smell of like the grain hitting the water, and I was like, dude, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Yeah. This is awesome. Ended up just sticking with that. Brewed a few more batches on my own, got my own equipment, ended up moving to Knoxville for a job, an engineering job, did that, and from there I built out my home brewing equipment because I was a process engineer in automation, And so I built my own homebrewing equipment with like a PLC and all this stuff and just nerded out with that. Started making some beers, and as the typical, your friends and family are like, oh my God, the beer you make is so good, you should open a brewery. And for this place, we ended up writing a business plan. It took my dad and I 18 months to write our business plan. And it was like detailed. It was through every penny, every fork, where everything was going to go. And, you know, writing a business plan is the litmus test for your seriousness, because writing a business plan sucks. There's nothing fun about it, and it's difficult, and it takes a long time, and it'll tell you, it'll prove to you whether or not you want to do it. For us, that's what it was. So yeah, I went to school for brewing at the American Brewers Guild in Vermont, and they kind of beat it into you of like style guidelines. Beer flavored beer for beer drinkers is like, that's one of my sayings, is like, I like making beer flavored beer for beer drinkers. But it is fun to experiment. You know, we do make the heavy adjunct stouts, the crazily hopped IPAs, but our overall philosophy is very much like clean, fully attenuated, and true to style. Because we make great beer, and we make beer that's spans the spectrum of what beer can be. A great Munich Helles to a barrel-aged stout with adjuncts or without adjuncts, to gluten-free sours, heavily dry-hopped IPAs, to like a nice rice lager, or, you know, we tend to like Belgian beers here. We have Belgian Beer Week every March, so we love Belgian beers. And because of that, we take that same approach to making beer that we take, and we apply that to our food. Our food is very good. Highly recommend everybody come in, try our food. It's not your typical bar or brewery food where it's just all frozen stuff that's reheated. Give me the opportunity to make you a beer drinker, but if not, we do have like wine and cider and seltzers and like cocktails and everything like that. So we make everything in-house. Our seltzers are, it's that time of year, so seltzers are flying off the shelf right now. So I think we've got 9 different varieties of seltzers. Yeah, come check us out. We do a ton of events. We're going to be hosting our very first beer festival this summer. Yeah, and what's really unique about it is, one, it's called Glizzies and Fizzies, so it's all lagers and seltzers and hot dogs. So we're really excited about it. What we're focusing on for this festival specifically is out of town, out of reach, not beer you can't get anywhere else. So with being in the industry for 5 years, made some really good friends at other breweries across the country. So we've got 2 breweries from Chicago, 1 from South Carolina, 2 from Columbus, 1 from Michigan, 1 from Norfolk, Virginia. We've got us, then we've got 1 more in New York, from like upstate New York, outside of Buffalo. And I mean, it's just really exciting. So we just had like our events meeting yesterday, and I'm just so geared up and fired up for this thing, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
You can join Jennifer and me at the Glizzies and Fizzies Beer Festival on Saturday, July 19th at Loose Ends Brewery. It's going to be a great time. Just check out the QR code for all the details. But before I left Loose Ends, John gave me a parting gift of 4 beers to review, and we had a wonderful time. So let's not waste any more. Let's get right to it.
Well, I had a really good time visiting Loose Ends and talking with John. The brewery is fantastic. It really is. I wish you could have been there.
Oh, I do too. Next time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's worth a visit. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But for now, we want to get into some of the beers that John gave us.
Yes, this is the exciting part. So,
okay. The first one is called COULOMBS KOLSCH. Jenny, tell us about it.
So it is a 4.7% ABV. Now,
Okay.
KOLSCH should be anywhere between 4.4 and 5.2. So
it's
this is
right on the
perfect.
nose. Okay.
Right.
And a KOLSCH is an easy drinking, and it's reminiscent of a lager, but it's actually an ale.
right.
Because you're looking for a nice golden hue. Look at that. Oh, that's
That's nice.
Look at the beautiful gold color.
Pale. It's
Clear.
Clear. It's
Yeah,
exactly what you want to see in a Kolsch.
yeah, for sure. I see a lot of bubbles, a lot of carbonation.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to. Oh, there's a fruity note on there.
Mm-hmm. There's
That's
a floral
nice.
note too.
That's
I'm not
nice.
sure what it is. Look at the head.
Beautiful.
Tight bubbles.
Yeah.
Creamy.
Yeah.
Okay, ready to get into it?
I am very ready.
All right, John, we're putting her to the test.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is great balance of malts and fruitiness
Yes.
and just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, for sure. You say fruitiness. I'm not sure I can put my finger on what kind of fruitiness.
I don't think I can
Is there's
either.
a sweetness,
Mm-hmm.
but the hop balance,
Mhm.
I think is very good.
Yes.
And again, you drink that thing of lagers, not of ales, right?
Right.
But that's delicious.
That is a nice, crushable, sessionable beer.
This would be a great summer brew.
Yes, it would.
Light, refreshing,
Mm-hmm.
distinct but not overpowering.
No, it's great. It's great balance.
Okay. Well, do you want to give them a score?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump to the scorecard.
All right, here we go. Next in our lineup from Loose Ends is Henry German Hefeweizen. And looking forward to getting into that. Jen, it looks like that's a 5.2%.
Yes.
Okay, and a Hefeweizen, we should be looking for characteristic banana and clove flavors, those esters and phenols that come with, look at that color.
Pale straw
Yeah,
color.
yeah, that's right. That's right on. Oh. Ah.
Like that's a nice sound to it.
Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, but no, I want more.
I want more. I thought you were clinking my glass.
All right. Well, first of all, I hope you can get a good look at that. We've got light coming through it.
Mhm.
It's beautiful.
That's
It's
nice.
it's hazy, so it's not a clear beer.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be. But that there is a head on here that looks like egg whites that have been whipped and beaten.
Yes.
So white and frothy
Yeah.
and
Yeah, delicious.
kind of light looking.
You know, and you should really, with a Hefe, think of getting banana flavors, clove, and to me, the color looks like a banana.
Oh yeah, it kind of does. It would not be off to
No,
see
not
that
at
in your banana bread. Yeah. We should also be expecting maybe flour note
Mhm.
from the wheat, but instead of talking about what we should be expecting, let's get to it. Okay. So let's see what's going on the nose here. It's clean.
Yeah.
I get a scent of banana, but I get a little bit of flour.
Okay.
We
I get
talked
that.
about a little bit of flour, a little bit from the wheat.
Mm.
Oh, I want to get into it. My mouth is watering. Okay?
I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
ready.
Here we go.
Oh, that's kind of a smooth, fluffy mouthfeel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Smooth mouthfeel. It's sweet, but balanced.
Yeah.
There is
Easy to drink.
the banana and clove, the esters and phenols in it are there and present, but they're not up in my face.
Oh, no.
They're very subtle, very kind of blended
That's
together.
a beautiful balance.
Look at the lacing on our glass. Look at that.
I got to drink more to see my lacing.
You need delicious.
There you go.
That's refreshing.
Yeah.
This is a good step up into Hefes for folks maybe who
I've not tried
have
them
not
before.
tried a Hefe before. This is a great step.
This is a great introduction.
The more I drink it, I get those developed banana notes, but they're subtle.
It's not, none of it's overpowering. It all just works so well together.
Yeah. There's one problem with this. One problem, John.
He's running out.
Yeah.
He's gonna take mine.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's see how he scored it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
Well, I can say so far that our original feelings about Loose Ends Brewery has all been confirmed.
100%.
Really
Yeah.
good beer. So tell us what's coming up next.
So this is called LORENTZ Force. It's a Belgian triple.
Oh, I love Belgian
Yeah,
triples.
it's a 9%.
We should have a sense of maybe a little bit of sugar candy.
Yes.
So you should have a sense of that as we're going down.
Right.
Oh, that color is perfect.
Oh, that is right on.
That color is spot on.
Oh, look at that's clear. It's beautiful.
I think BJCP guidelines say 4.5 to 7 SRM.
Yeah.
That is right in the middle of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Here, get more.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So what we've been saying is that particularly with Belgians is you might have a high ABV, and Jennifer notices alcohol pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But when it comes with that sweet, that kind of candy flavor, it brings the alcohol right by you. It sneaks it right by. So I would expect that. Visually, what do you think?
Visually, it's beautiful. It's clear. I see right through that. The color is right on.
Yeah.
That head to me is pancakey, maybe. I see the bubbles powder.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
can
reminds
see
me
that.
of anyway.
Mm-hmm. And that head, remember, just lifts the aroma right up to your nose. Oh. It's probably not the most professional descriptor when we say Belgian-y.
But it's
people
true.
who know what we're talking about.
You understand.
It's Belgian-y.
Belgian-y.
And I get that on the nose.
Yes.
I get the sweet malt you talked about.
Bread.
I do get bread notes, maybe even a little bit toward bread crust on the nose. Mm-hmm. But there's a sweetness there. Here's another thing you should bust our chops on. We smell it and say, oh, there's a sweetness there. Well, you don't smell sweetness.
Right.
But what we're doing is we're smelling malt and the flavors that we associate with sweetness. So you can't really tell sweetness until you've got it in the mouth. Right. And again, just one more thing on visuals. Look at this. Look at the lacing on this. It's insane. It's beautiful.
It is. I'm excited to taste this.
I am too.
You held me up long enough.
Oh.
It is sweet.
Yeah.
But it's balanced, so it's not over sweet. I definitely get banana.
Yes.
On it, and I get that sugar candy, but it's not like I don't know. It's not overwhelming.
Well, no, I think it is very sweet, but it's also balanced. There's some phenols that are present there. There's almost a light little peppery note.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
And with a moderate hop there, balances the whole thing right out. Now, the sweetness, though, to me, again, I don't taste the alcohol, but after drinking it,
you're gonna feel it.
I'm getting warm. Yep, that's exactly right. I'm getting warm right here. So I feel that alcohol kind of developing in the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
This is lovely.
It's very lovely.
And we have had our share of Trappist Belgian triples.
Yeah.
And in my mind, this is right up there.
Oh yeah, John,
this is right up there. Yes, excellent job over at Loose Ends. And the more I drink, the more that alcohol warmth is developing. Cheers, John. Good beer.
Cheers.
We love it.
So much so that we're going to give it a score. What do you think?
Yeah, we oughta. We're feeling good now. Let's do it. Okay, folks. We're coming to it. This has been a pretty incredible journey.
Oh, it's been a delicious journey.
It has. The beers have been very good.
Very good.
So far, in our opinion, some of the best in the Miami Valley. So make it a point to get down there and see the folks at Loose Ends.
You won't be disappointed.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay,
so the next beer is KARDASHEV ASCENSION. It is a triple hazy IPA. Okay. We've got Riwaka, Rakau, and Muteka hops from New Zealand.
Nice.
Then we've got Sub-Zero Hop Keef from Freestyle Hops. So with all that hops, you would expect it to be what?
Really high IBU.
Yeah, it's not. It's 35 IBU.
That's not high.
Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Look how beautiful that is. Oh, hazy and gorgeous.
I love the color.
Okay, now, if we have all those hops in the beer, and the IBUs are only 35, What does that tell us about when the hops were used in the brew process?
Oh, they were added at the end.
Yeah, probably dry hopped.
Mm-hmm.
So if you add hops early in the brew process, you get the bitterness. And if you add later in the brew process, dry hopping in this case, you get all those florals, those wonderful scents. So let's see what we think. First of all, the color is perfect.
It's definitely hazy.
It definitely hazy.
Definitely.
There's no chance of reading through that.
Pineapple.
Yep.
Oh.
A little grassy note, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Maybe even, now you get this with maybe New Zealand hops, but maybe even a little toward caddy. Not unpleasant.
No, that would be appropriate.
Yeah. This is my favorite smelling beer from Loose Ends. So I think there's only one way to confirm our suspicions.
Yeah, let's go for it.
You want to get into it?
I do. Let me clink.
Come on, let's do it. Oh my gosh.
There's a lot going on there.
That's a lot going on there.
None of it unpleasant.
First of all, there's a malt base in there that's delicious and sweet and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Tropical, grassy, like we said.
Yes.
Pineapple, like you said. Yeah. Citrus. What else?
It's really good. It's delicious. And it's a 10-point. Is it a 10.1% beer?
Yeah.
And like we've talked about, I just I don't even get it. Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a really balanced drink. As I'm sitting here drinking this, and I want to be thoughtful about it.
Mm-hmm.
But this might be one of my favorite hazy IPAs.
Really?
Yeah. The effort that it takes to dry hop something of this caliber is significant.
It is. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of knowledge. It's a lot of, there's just, it takes a lot to produce a beer with this kind of dry hop character.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's nailed.
That is stunning, really.
There's so many, there is this like light garlic note. It's not, well, it sounds like that would turn you off. This is just another kind of deep layer into the beer.
Right. Yeah. I don't taste garlic. Let's make this clear.
No.
That's not something that you taste.
No.
At all. There's a little bit on the nose. I get that.
Yes.
I get that, but I'm not tasting it.
It just feels like you take steps down into the layers of...
It just adds to the characteristic of the beer.
Now, I'm getting different aromas after we've been drinking. Mm-hmm. As I go back.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's something else. And now I'm getting almost a kind of floral kind of note back in there.
Yeah.
But the first thing you said was pineapple.
Yeah.
And I definitely got that. But as I'm drinking, I'm losing...
changing.
Yes. Yeah. I'm losing the pineapple and it's picking up like other...
It's becoming something different.
You know one thing it wants me to do?
Drink the rest of it?
Yeah. It's, as the flavors, as the aromas unfold, as you kind of drink it, it begs you to come back and be like, are you sure about that? Like, come on back.
Why don't you take
Come on back. We want, yeah. That is such a rich character. There's, we talk about beers being one-note beers. So I think we had a review a couple months ago where everything was like, oh, okay, but that's kind of a one-note beer.
Yeah.
There's so many notes going on here.
It's like a symphony.
It really is. And the deeper you go, I think the more that develops.
Yeah.
Now, having said that too, we said the sweetness sneaks by the alcohol.
It does. Yeah, but I feel it.
Oh my goodness.
This has been a lovely time.
You feel that warmth in your throat?
I do. Yeah, I do.
It's really something, because again, Jennifer tends to be adverse to higher ABV beers. It all comes down.
Bravo. World class.
I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to add to that.
So
we should probably just
give it a score.
Go to the car. In summary, go visit Loose Ends if you get a chance. The beer was very good to excellent. And I was so impressed with the brewery when I got a chance to see it.
Oh, I wish I had been there.
Jenny and I taste a lot of breweries and local beers, and it's not uncommon for us to find a great beer at a local brewery. It is uncommon for us to go someplace and find
A lot of great beer.
it was. And
Yeah.
today was an example. If you include the beers we had at Springfest in the Burg, I haven't had anything by Loose Ends that I wouldn't rate higher than a 4 out of 5.
Right.
As much as I enjoyed all of the beers today, the hazy was
His winner. Yeah.
extraordinary.
Well, that kind of says it all. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you will hit that like, subscribe, and ring that little bell for us so that you don't miss any future episodes of A Couple of Beers.
Yeah, we're hard at work providing content for you that is helpful, that is celebrates beer culture and
Right.
craft beer, but most of all celebrates what is the most important aspect of all of this, and that is being together,
Yeah.
sharing time together, sharing beer together. That's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
So until then, may your beers be cold.
In your beds, be warm.
Cheers.
Cheers.